Today on Nathan and Landon Do Business, WD-40. It's just not for dinner anymore. It's also breakfast, lunch, and in those in-between times when you need something smooth that just slithers down your throat.
It's mandatory for all meals of the day now.
It's WD-40. It's now mandatory. Nathan, old friend, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Oh, can't complain at all. This hat's giving my head odd dimensions, but you know what? I'm here for it.
It's possible that your head just took that shape over the last week.
I'm at that time in my life where my body's undergoing certain changes, part of which my head becomes more box-like. It's a
Yeah,
symptom of mid-age puberty.
happens to the best of us.
Blockhead. Yeah.
You blockhead.
So that's what Charlie Brown was talking about, or Lucy was talking about in Charlie Brown, that he was actually a 45-year-old man and he was evolving into a blockhead.
That would explain the lack of hair and stuff. Like, I was like, is Charlie Brown undergoing chemo or like, and why are the neighbors so mean to him? Because they
They
clearly
hate
all got
that.
together and decided to give him rocks for Halloween. Like, it can't be a coincidence that each neighbor individually decided to give this kid a rock. Like, they held a meeting. Like, you know that Charlie Brown, that bald little turd at the end of the street? We're all giving him rocks this year. Get a rock. I don't care.
Give it to him. Yeah, what you don't realize, there's a really dark backstory in the Peanuts cartoons where Charlie Brown is kind of like a Christ-like figure in this communal village where all the entire neighborhood decides that he will be a sacrifice for their many sins. And so what you're seeing is their collective tormenting of him,
Yeah.
so they can have a bountiful harvest.
Yeah. How else are you going to get a bountiful harvest?
You gotta torment a bald child.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this isn't a Charlie Brown fan podcast yet.
Not yet, anyway.
I can't say words, Nathan. No, this isn't a Charlie Brown fan cast. It's a business podcast. And we're talking business, specifically the beverage business. More specifically, the WD-40 beverage business. Nathan, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling really good about the ideas I am bringing to the table today.
Well, I'm excited to hear them.
Yes. So I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to show them to you right now. But for those folks who didn't watch last week, which I'm guessing is most of you or all of you, who knows?
Yeah.
It's probably the same 10 of you got me back again and again. We came up with the brilliant idea of turning WD-40 into a drinkable beverage that is sold in the hardware store, packaged practically identical to the standard WD-40 product. Is there anything else I'm missing? I think that's it. Served in the hardware
It's
store,
it's
looks just
targeted
like
to
it.
gamers. So
That's targeted to gamers. Oh, and also the business objective is for people to purchase less of the product itself.
yeah.
And so I'm really excited about that. Um, only one of my concepts went really deep in the gamer paint. The others, so I'm gonna couch a little bit of this with some information. My grounding insight is that everyone secretly wants to drink WD-40. It's this secret. I'm assuming everyone has this secret shame of like, God, I just want to drink that so bad. Every time they
I know I
grease
do.
that, every time you grease one of those hinges, you get real thirsty. So that is my main grounding insight. So with that, let me go ahead and show you this first concept, which I'm calling lube the soul. So we lean heavily into the secret craving that everyone secretly shares. I use secret twice on purpose.
Nice.
We'll create a sense of validation and empowerment, inviting consumers to break free from their fears and embrace their curiosity. We'll use a pseudo-sophisticated, almost therapeutic tone to deliver a message of self-acceptance. So here we have folks proudly raising a glass at the dinner table, no longer living in shame that they have always longed to drink this industrial solvent.
It's pseudo sophisticated. That's my bread and butter right there.
Exactly. Like, look at this fancy dinner plate right here. Lube the soul, sigh freely. And the message here, you don't have to hide what a nasty freak you are anymore. Imagine if you're a person who's been secretly longing this your entire life, and you walk by the bus station and you see this ad. You're not a nasty freak, you're a fancy man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good that we can give people that outlet to indulge their darkest desires of drinking WD-40. So we're
Exactly.
really breaking down the social stigma against drinking lubricants. So,
Yeah, they've been hiding into the shadows for far too long.
yeah.
And so I thought this might be a nice little experimental piece where we can have a secret confessional booth in the hardware store. If you want to go and whisper to a priest that you've always wanted to sip WD-40, you can now do that in a branded confessional booth.
Perfect.
I've always wanted to turn a hardware store into a church. Now's our chance.
Yeah. It's all been leading up to that.
I really like this. I like the barbershop style chair in there.
Yeah.
Uh, look, looks great.
Is that a like an old-timey telephone on the wall there?
It would appear to be so.
In case you need to call the hospital afterwards.
That's what I was gonna say. In case you purchased the wrong bottle, you got
Yeah.
a direct line to emergency services. Whoops.
It's like
Um,
a it's like the red phone in the president's office to Russia, but it just goes to the emergency room. They're like, oh, the phone's ringing. We got another one.
somebody else drank WD-40 and went to the confessional booth. I need to confess that I'm dying. Yeah, so that's concept one. I feel like I'm off to a really strong start.
Absolutely.
So the second concept takes a little bit of a different slant, which is it's essentially gaslighting America. So this campaign is called From Squeaks to called Drink the Impossible and focuses on creating a world where it's always been totally normal to drink WD-40. In essence, gaslighting hardware store patrons. This relentless normalcy will leave consumers questioning their sanity until they eventually relent. So, see, totally normal, right?
Yeah. I like how you flip it up. Like, you're the freak for not drinking WD-40.
Exactly. On the other one, I heal. On this one, I harm.
Yeah. My grandpa drank WD-40. My father drank WD-40.
And you're gonna drink it, damn it. So here's what a totally normal beverage display case would look like. Available, 50% off. We finally crossed over to the snacks portion of the hardware store.
Yeah.
You know that weird place in the hardware store where it's like dusty jerky and nuts for some reason?
Yeah.
That's where this is going to be sold now, is right over there. That's what they finally crossed
Now they
over.
have 5-gallon jugs of WD-40.
Yeah.
Perfect for
Yes.
picnics.
Pour it over your head. You're gonna love it. Yeah, I just like how the clerk there is looking at it, just questioning if it's always been this way. Um,
Yeah.
so she's falling victim to it right there.
I like the idea of dumping buckets of WD-40 over your coach's head when you win the big game instead of Gatorade. So,
Look how frictionless you are.
just gonna slide out to the parking lot.
As you gracefully glide to victory, entirely silent. You were so squeaky before, coach. Not anymore. Also, I
We
feel
got
like
to
I
do
kind of
something about
glossed
this
over.
squeak.
I feel like I glossed over this tagline from squeaks to sips.
Yeah,
I feel like it's really nice.
it is. I also am a big fan of your construction on the following slide where it's like 40 or something years.
That is good. I couldn't be bothered to research how old WD-40 was.
It's 40 or something. Who knows?
I couldn't be bothered to do any research.
No,
You know me well enough by now, Nathan, to know I'm not going to do that.
no. What are you going to do? Google it? Like, come on. You could Bing it? Nah.
So I figure eventually, Nathan, people might get wise to like our scheme that like, hey, WD-40 wasn't always drinkable. And so if people start to complain or make a big noise, we just do it as an elaborate prank. So oops. Some's a beverage. Did we replace all of our cans of WD-40 with the drinkable versions? You'll just have to taste and see. I'll just be coy about it. You can't be
Yeah.
mad at that.
No.
Yeah. And then we can just get kind of fun with the colors and whatnot. But I think this is a really good strategy.
Yeah, that's
Um,
I'll tell you later.
okay. But this is all I have for this one. When I see my last one, I feel like this one turned out really nice.
Yeah.
So this this taps into the suspicion people have had that have long held that WD-40 unlocks superhuman levels of energy, focus, and resilience. We've just been too cowardly to disclose it to you, or the government has been preventing us from doing so. So we positioned
That government.
WD-40. I know. Damn the government. I knew WD-40 would make me a superhero. I always knew it.
I've been telling my priest for years.
My Home Depot priest. I told him I drank WD-40 and lifted a bust, but he wouldn't believe me. So, so yeah, we'll position WD-40 as the ultimate performance enhancer for extreme situations, making it a rebellious daredevil's choice of a beverage. Hence the
Nice.
motorcycle.
Fuel your inner unstapanic.
That's when you're feeling unstoppable and panicked at the same time.
Yeah. Just uncontrollable levels of panic.
Yeah. I always thought it might be kind of fun, just like if someone was if someone's superpower was being unable to be constipated, calling them unstoppable, I feel like would be a very good choice of words.
That would be. And WD-40 is the way to get there.
Exactly. That was meant to be the sequel to Unbreakable, where Bruce Willis's character just cannot get constipated. He can eat anything, and it does not happen.
Yeah, let's get M Night on the phone. Manite on
Absolutely.
the phone.
Manite.
He prefers Manite.
Manite. So again, we have all manner of extreme sports happening here in the background, from sidewalk chalk looking at to tiny truck riding, and an indeterminate number of people just flying around on bicycles.
Yeah.
In essence, the
That
message. Go ahead.
that is some extreme sports right there.
It appears some of these bicycle men are just falling from the roof.
Yeah. That's a WD-40 promise. Bicyclists raining from the sky.
Just one sip. You'll just be lousy with cyclists. They are drawn to it.
I'm trying to figure out what that person in the bottom left is doing.
They're looking wistfully at that colorful sidewalk chalk.
Are they painting those lines on the ground? Is that what's going on?
Telekinetically, it would seem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't
could
trust that
be.
person.
I don't either. It haunts me. In essence, the message we're trying to communicate here is only scared babies would not want to drink this.
Absolutely.
So I like this, where we had these nice little four-panel comics of a man saying, "Unlock the flow of the gods." And then he turns into some kind of purple colored WD-40 superhero, which I think is great.
That really is.
Hence my editorial comment here. I feel this is very persuasive.
I agree with your comment.
Thank you. I liked it so much, I made another one. And I think this one's even better. The reason why is it looks like he's like in his boss's office or something.
Yeah, performance review not going well. Chug some WD-40, Hulk out and smash everything.
Demand more money.
You
Finally
think he's
get the
not going to give you a
respect.
raise when you look like that?
Exactly.
Flowing with the flow of the gods like you are.
Exactly. My performance was up 73%. Yeah, so this one is much better though. I love it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know why I thought this was funny. AI proposed building some kind of command center in hardware stores where you can unstuck your limits. I didn't understand entirely what it meant, so I had them generate this image which made things even more confusing. And now you have to look at it too.
That could tie back to the gamers. Those look kind of like video game screens.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And then lastly, this is my favorite ad that I generated through all of this. So as far as the gaming aspect goes, I feel like this one ties in closest to the gamers because it has things like comics and command centers.
Yeah.
But I really do like the I think this is the crown jewel.
Yeah.
I mean, this could go at a GameStop. Gamers are into nasty stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And confessions.
It's true. If it's one thing gamers love, it's confessing to things. So, Nathan, will you give me any feedback for me?
No, I'm very excited about all these plans.
Good.
Um, Mine, I leaned more into the milieu of the gamer culture,
Perfect.
and I used AI to generate some images, but also an auditory element.
Oh boy.
It's it's a music video, is what it is.
I'm so excited.
So AI decided that it was best to be cautionary about not drinking regular WD-40. So it hits that note a lot. But I generated some accompanying images and stitched them together to make a rudimentary video.
I'm really excited
Keeping
about
in
this.
mind that I'm not a video editor by trade.
What?
And then I supplemented with some stock images as well. But
Nathan, I've been paying you $400 an hour to edit these videos. What the hell,
it's
man?
all been a scam.
Damn it.
And now I run away.
That's the best running away song there is. By the way, I almost did a spit take on my coffee right there.
I'll try harder next time. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Hopefully, if I've done this correctly, you'll hear sound.
Yep. Transfixed already.
Late night grinding hard, no sleep. Levels getting tough and deep. Need a boost of fresh and prime. Got the drink to beat the time. Pixel worlds, they never end. Drinks the key for the win, my friend. Energy on overdrive. Feel alive, it's no surprise. But don't drink WD-40, it'll kill you. Although it is delicious, it will definitely kill you. WD-40 has a new surprise. A brand new drink right before our eyes. Fuel up with WD-40 power. Gamer force in every hour. Sip the bars and feel the thrill. Victory is on the hill. Kids, if you listen up, I tell you what is true. That original WD, it ain't no drink for you. But WD-40 powers here to save your game. Keep you sharp, keep you quick in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
Pixel worlds, they never end. Drinks the key for the win, my friend. Energy on overdrive. Feel alive, it's no surprise. But don't drink WD-40, it'll kill you. Although it is delicious, it will definitely kill you. WD-40 has a new surprise. A brand new drink right before our eyes. Fuel up with WD-40 power, now you'll kill you. Although it is delicious, it will definitely kill you. WD-40 has a new surprise. A brand new drink right before our eyes. Fuel up with WD-40 power. Yeah.
That was very good.
It's kind of catchy. I've listened to it a number of times and forced my family to listen to it as well.
Don't drink WD-40. It will definitely kill you.
It's a bop, as the kids would say. A
It is
bop
a
for the kids,
bop.
a kid's bop, if you will.
I
TM.
think I think that one's going straight to the top, Nathan. I like how it seamlessly navigates from you definitely shouldn't drink it, but here's why you should.
Yeah. It will like absolutely like enhance your performance, but it'll kill you.
Yeah, but think how rad you'll be. Mm. Straight to the top, Nathan.
Yeah, that'll be tearing up the charts before you know it. So
Exactly. We just need to come up with a performing artist name so people don't know that it's us, even though we
yeah.
are very cool. We need to think of a fun, youthful name. I don't know. What are some of the names kids have these days? Dennis?
A lot of kids named Dennis these days, I've noticed.
Surprisingly. Yeah, I don't know. Colin Billingsley. That sounds like an adorable child.
Yeah. He's the son of Peter Billingsley from A Christmas Story.
Exactly. All right, that's what we're doing. We have a rich backstory now.
Yeah.
Well, Nathan, this has been very fun collaborating with you.
Yeah, so I don't know what our next steps are, but I was thinking maybe we should find a spokesperson to help us pitch this.
Oh, I love that idea. We should. Oh my goodness. That's the best plan thing I've ever heard. And I mean, it has to be somebody, to my earlier point, who's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Maybe we can
have you
call it
been
Peter Billingsley and see if his son Colin is available.
Get Colin be our spokesperson? Your musical savant son, Colin.
I actually just missed my chance. Peter Billingsley was in Utah like a week ago for Fan X.
Really?
Yeah, I missed my chance if I'd known.
We got to go back in time. We got to go warn your past self.
Yeah.
Nathan, you got to meet Peter Billingsley and ask about his son Colin. What? We absolutely need to do that. Or I don't know. Have you been following the saga of that disgraced screamer, Dr. Disgrace or Dr. Disrespect?
Yeah.
Maybe he might want in on this. He needs to rehabilitate his image.
Yeah, what better way to do that than poisoning the youths of the nation?
That's how he enacts his revenge on his fan base that betrayed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be one thing. I don't know. Barack Obama, he might be a good spokesperson for this.
I don't think he's doing much these days. So.
I don't think so either. Let's write Barack Obama an email. That'd be fun. I I do want to do the AI version of all the presidents talking about drinking WD-40. Do not drink WD-40. It'll kill you. Don't listen to him. Drink it.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
9 out of 10 former presidents agree. Drink WD-40.
The risks make it worth it. But it's worth the risk. God, I can't speak today. This is terrible. Well, Nathan, let's do that. Let's write an email to a spokesperson next week. I mean, let's think about this. Let's spend a beat more on this brainstorming. What criteria does our spokesperson have to meet? Do they need to be disgraced?
I feel like either disgraced or like disgraced adjacent. Like you're Mr. Beast that have a bunch of stuff coming out about them that is unsavory.
That would be great to do, Mr. Beast. He has all kinds of retail presence.
Yeah, and a lot of ins with the youths as well. So
Exactly. Yeah. Either a Mr. Beast is or a Logan Paul. That might be kind of nice.
yeah, I think they're already poisoning kids with Prime anyway, right? So
Yeah. This is the perfect next step for Logan Paul. Oh my
yeah,
goodness. Nathan, let's do Logan Paul. He's
all
even
right,
more. Logan Paul is evil like us. So,
that's true.
yeah. Okay. So next week, let's get back together. Let's send Logan Paul an email, which I'm sure he'll read.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, you saw that Dan Pena sent us an automated newsletter, right?
yeah, he's excited to have us to his castle.
Yeah.
And I assume subsequently aboard his blimp.
Yeah, not the tone shift, but boop, 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 Dan Pena update. We received an email from Dan Pena's assistant inviting us to his castle for some amount of money, I assume, to be
Yeah.
berated. It's a big weird sex thing, I assume.
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah. I want an old man to curse at me.
But once we're in that castle, all sorts of shenanigans will ensue, and we're gonna end up on a blimp. So
Yes. Yeah, so that'll be next week. We'll email Logan Paul. We'll commandeer Dan Pena's blimp, and we'll confess in the hardware store.
yeah, this is a big one next week. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, get in here. All right.
Yeah, this may be
So,
the week we finally get arrested. So
my wife keeps asking if it's happened yet. Not
Yeah.
yet. It's not illegal to send weird emails.
I've had to have that conversation like probably once a month with my wife.
It's not illegal to send weird emails. Even though we do threaten to, spectral invasions, especially on Dan Pena's castle. That might be the reason we're on the email list, is we threaten to sick the ghosts on him.
Yeah, he may have been training his ghost army this entire time, and he's ready for the face off. So
This is stage one of his plan. I will invite Nathan Landon to my castle, where I will preemptively ghost strike them.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
Scooby Doo that with you.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Why are you? All right. Anyways, as always, I can't wait to Scooby Dooby Doo down to Ruby's. But until that occurs, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nathan. We'll write an email next week to Logan Paul and Italy now.
Italy now.
Nathan Landon taking the stage with business minds full of ingenuity.